The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 6. CC. Neither of them spoke, and the air thickened with awkward silence. It hung heavy between them, unbroken until the woman finally spoke first. "Actually," she said, "ever since I saw you pretending to be me at the square, climbing into the car with Big Face Cat, I thought you were out of your mind." "Is the misunderstanding cleared up now?" Alex asked. "Now I'm even more sure of it," the woman replied. Alex shrugged helplessly, realizing his explanation had fallen flat. "To put it bluntly, you still don't believe me? But if you're here to steal Alex's safe, you must have investigated him, right? Don't you know what he looks like?" He pointed to his own face. "Take a good look. Compare it to the photos you researched earlier. Aren't they identical?" The woman shook her head. "I never investigated the owner of this safe. I don't know what Alex looks like." Alex was lost for words. He'd never imagined proving he was himself could be such a difficult thing. "Still, who you are doesn't matter at all," the woman said, cutting through his frustration. "If you really can help me open the safe, I'll tell you the answer." She crossed her arms, her gaze fixed on the perplexing combination lock in front of them. "If it were an electronic lock, I could crack it in minutes. But of course, they use mechanical combination locks here, 8-digit ones at that. Neither brute force nor audio decoding will work quickly." "I'll work quickly." She turned back to Alex, her tone matter-of-fact. "So I don't care who you are. You could be anyone. But as long as you can open this safe, you're my partner. Deal?" Alex held out his right hand amicably. He'd wanted to coax her answer out first, but with no way to prove he was Alex, no valuable leverage to offer, compromise was his only option. "What should I call you?" he asked. "C-Ty 9, Dao, and 10. The woman reached out and gave his fist a light bump. "Just call me C-Say-Thai." Alex noticed, not for the first time, that none of the characters in his dreams seemed to have normal names. "What's your plan?" CC asked, shifting her focus back to the safe. "Let's try the day I became an adult first," Alex said. "We'll go through meaningful dates one by one." Alex racked his brain, dredging up every date he could think of that was tied to his life. Birthdays, anniversaries, milestones, and CC tried them one by one. But even as his head throbbed as if ready to burst, none of the dates worked. The lock remained firmly shut. "Was that my mom's birthday still wrong?" he asked, his voice tight with frustration. CC shook her head. "Should we try your grandma's birthday? I actually don't know my grandma's birthday." "Can't you tell I'm being sarcastic?" CC snapped, her patience wearing thin. "You've already tried your aunt's, uncle's, and even your dog's birthday. Can't you think differently? Why does it have to be a date, an 8-digit code? Couldn't it be something else?" "It must be a date. Trust me." Alex waved her off, his focus unwavering. "Looking at the structure, it's definitely a date. It's been my password-setting habit for as long as I can remember." "You're assuming you're Alex to think about this?" "I'll say it again." Alex sighed helplessly. "I'm not assuming I'm Alex. Alex, can you be quiet and stop distracting me?" "Huh, you're really getting into character." CC scoffed. "All the dates you mentioned are hundreds of years old. If I had any other choice, I'd never stand here listening to your nonsense. Are all your family members immortals who've lived for centuries?" Alex closed his eyes, rubbing his hair frantically as he tried to push through the mental block. "Think. Need to think harder. What could it be? What other date hadn't he thought of? His brain felt like it was overheating, even overloading. He'd tried every date related to himself that he could recall, yet none of them worked. Doubt crept in, gnawing at him. Was this really his safe? But this was his dream. Could there be someone else's safe in his own dream? He remembered what his friend had told him. Nothing beyond your cognition can appear in a dream. So this 8-digit code must be in his memory. What else had he missed? What had he forgotten? What was hidden? Click! A crisp sound of a circuit connecting cut through his thoughts, followed immediately by shrill, ear-piercing alarms. Woo woo! Woo woo! Woo woo! Woo woo! The main power had been restored. The automatic alarm system had activated. Alex panicked, anxiety surging as he kicked the safe hard in frustration. Hurry up and think! CC shouted over the blaring noise. The alarms felt like a ticking bomb countdown, ratcheting up the tension until it was almost unbearable. I am thinking, Alex yelled back, scratching his scalp so hard his nails dug into his skin. I can't think of anything. His head was splitting, his brain overloaded. The entire world felt like it was spinning, like he'd been thrown into a rotating Rubik's Cube, with familiar memories flashing by in a blur, just like channel surfing on a TV. If you don't figure it out soon, the police will be here. CC screamed, her voice cracking. I never should have believed you. Alex forced his eyes open, squinting at his watch through the haze of panic. 0:41:27. It wasn't just the police anymore. There were only 33 seconds left in the dream. Are you even capable of this? CC roared. What about all that big talk earlier? Shut up. Woo woo woo. Woo woo. Woo woo. Woo woo. Noise. Alarms. Ringing in his ears. Alex's head felt ready to explode. The memory Rubik's Cube spun faster and faster, countless buried memories surging forth like a flood. Scenes flashed before his eyes in a fleeting, chaotic montage. He felt dizzy and disoriented, until the deepest, most hidden part of his heart suddenly opened up. I liked a girl once. Alex clutched his forehead, his voice tight with embarrassment and urgency. What's wrong with you? I don't have time for your love story. CC shouted over the alarms, her patience completely gone. She was my desk mate. I don't care. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm only doing this for you. Alex looked up, pointing wildly at the safe. 19,990,077. Her birthday! He felt like a clown. His most embarrassing secret, the last shred of his dignity, had been torn away, laid bare in the chaos. Hurry up, he urged. Click, 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 deal, adal, ideal, danamul. Send a chastity, these wow, in dutu astrain, isal kai. CC spun the combination dial quickly, then punched the lock with her fist. Nothing. It didn't open. Wrong code, she yelled. Woo woo. Woo woo. Woo woo woo. Woo. 0:41:47. 20,150,609. Alex shouted, covering his ears to block out the alarms. What date is this now? Don't tell me it's the day you confessed. CC screamed, her voice hoarse from the chaos. Just enter the code and stop guessing. I did. 04156. CC gritted her teeth, summoning all her strength to slam her fist into the lock again. Bang! It still didn't open. Alex suddenly felt utterly exhausted, his vision blurring at the edges. His last glance fell on CC, standing in front of the safe. Through his fuzzy sight, he saw her turn around, her gaze filled with resentment, piercing straight to his soul. Liar. 042. Diro dardo test and de. Boom. 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 A scorching white light suddenly erupted, swallowing everything in its path. 12th lunar month. Early winter morning. In a clean, tidy bedroom, Alex opened his eyes.